hello. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Sorry, I'm a bit late today. But how is everyone doing today? Welcome back to the Teatime Club. Yeah, bye. It's the monkey. Hello, Cookie. Hello. Hey, now what's up? Hello, Shatter. Welcome back. Monkey is kind of sleepy today. So I thought it'd be nice to just have a cozy chat time if people are interested. Hello now and chat. Hello, Terrence. Welcome back. It's good to see you. How is the smexiest monkey doing? I don't know, Cookie. You would have to ask them. I only know about myself. How are you? Hello, Remus. How are you doing? Pretty good. I don't know why I'm so sleepy today. I felt like after tea class this past weekend, I had a real hard time sleeping because matcha contains a lot of caffeine, let's just say. So I didn't sleep very well that night, but I had thought that I had made up for it by sleeping more the next days. But I guess not. Still sleepy. It's only been 4 days, but it feels like 4 years. Oh no! Don't cry, Cookie! Guess it's been a shorter weekend break than usual, right? Because of our special stream on Friday. Oh, that reminds me! Slow monkey today, but that reminds me, we have another bonus stream coming up this Friday to celebrate our 1-year Tea Club anniversary. It's hard to believe that I started all this already a whole year ago. But I'm pretty excited. The plan is to do some community games for sure. I heard that Gartic Isle sounded pretty popular, so I'm thinking we'll do that. Though I did consider, there's a post on Twitter actually some of you saw. If people are interested, I may also make some time to drop by people's Animal Crossing New Horizons islands. If there is interest. Depending on how many responses I get, I might allot some time. It may not be a lot of time, because I want it to be so that as many people can participate as possible. So I want to play something like Arctic that doesn't have such a limit for the majority of the stream. But since there was some interest, I thought I'd give it a try. Sleepy gang, rise up. I've had a few late nights this week. Oh, I see, Shatter. Are you a bit of a night owl? Anniversary hype. Yeah. Hype. You know, something that is really soothing to see. That bar that says volume on your music app. Turn it up to max. Oh. Is the music a bit quiet? I thought the music was a bit quiet, but I don't know why. I didn't change any of the settings. Maybe it's not doing the audio balancing properly. Yeah, I'll have to double check that later. Must have been something changed. But let me see if I can turn up the music. It's pretty quiet for me too. You guys too, huh? Let me see. Ba-dum-ba-da. Maybe... Do. Ah, the music just switched songs, so I can't actually hear it. Hold on, before I blow your ears out. Ah, here we go. Maybe around... Maybe around here? Let me know if that's better. Nice, that sounds exciting. I'm excited. I really enjoyed playing with all of you too, so hopefully it'll be fun. If possible, I may also try to make a few announcements, but I gotta see if they come together first. Yes, I must clean up Budistria for the occasion. Are you interested, Shatter? I would love to come visit your island. We could do that. That's really fun. Ah, I do not have Jackbox, but I have played it a couple of times before. It is pretty fun. I feel like that's a game I should get because it is pretty fun, huh? No, I didn't say the music was quiet. The joke was to turn the music up to wake you up. I see, I understand now. Oh, is the music too loud then now? Let me know. It felt kinda quiet to me anyway. I was trying to mess with it before stream. Because it seemed pretty quiet. I understand now, Cookie, I understand. Announcements, you say? Just small announcements. I don't know, but it will have to see. I'm not sure. You're more than welcome to come visit. I still need to give you those gifts I mentioned a while ago. Gifts. Oh dear. Well, I suppose it might be an occasion that where gifts are somewhat appropriate, I suppose, but not necessary. With Monkey being sleepy, actually, perhaps the volume of the music is too loud now? Now I am concerned about the volume. Please let me know what you think. Too loud? Too quiet? Just right? I feel like Goldilocks. This tea is too hot. No, actually, this tea is just right. Yeah, that's all I got planned for this Friday. I was basically reading a lot of books recently, and so today, before stream, I had a little bit of free time, and so I was reading in bed. But that was a dangerous idea because Sleepy Monkey got very sleepy. Took a short nap, but you need more sleep still. Caffeine is a dangerous drug, y'all. Gotta be careful. Have y'all been doing anything fun recently? For me, it's mostly been reading. I chewed through a bunch of new books. I did not expect to read so fast. Monkey is usually a slow reader, but I guess... well, I guess it's a mixture of reading a little faster than usual, but also just, you know, doing that thing where every waking moment, every chance you get, you continue reading. Carry the book with you into the restroom, that sort of thing. Apex season 10 came out today. Oh, wow! I didn't realize Apex has seasons. Just played it for 4 hours straight with my friends. Nice. Hey Monkey, how are you? Hello Ihiki, how's it going? Good to see you. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well, I guess. Very sleepy, but otherwise pretty good. I had a delicious salad today with peaches and burrata and avocado. Lots of nice, tasty things. Had an absolute blast. Glad to hear it, Cookie. That's awesome. Not sure how long I'll stay. My friend will stream later and I mod her. Sorry. Oh, no problem, Ehiki. No problem at all. That's very important. And I'm glad. I don't know. I'm glad to hear about friends helping out friends. Speaking of things that came out recently, I have not been playing, but this Pokemon Unite thing is really taking over, isn't it? Honestly, I don't know much about it. I was curious if anyone was playing because even my siblings have started to get into it, and it's very it's very ubiquitous now, it seems. No, yes? I hate to say it. Oh, what is it, Cookie? Huh? What? You kinda get hooked on it for a week. Ah, I see. Then stop. Oh, I see. That kind of thing, huh? We'll see then. My siblings just picked it up recently, so we'll see how long they play for. The game has flaws. Is that so, Cookie? It certainly seems fun for that week though. Ah. Well, that's pretty important, isn't it, Shatter? It's very pay to win. Oh, is that so? I had heard some people saying that, but I wonder if there's good matchmaking, does it matter? But I don't know how good the matchmaking is either, so... definitely it's fun, alright. Oh, I see. So you played a bit too then, Cookie. However, if Nintendo doesn't do things to help the game, then... I see. Maybe need to add some balancing? I can't say much about the gameplay myself, but I like the look of it. It's pretty cute. the player base is probably gonna die in a month. Wow. Oh, interesting, interesting. I guess we'll have to see, Cookie. The balancing is all over the place. Oh. Well, hopefully they can keep it going then, I wonder. I noticed there's a lot of fashion options. Makes it kind of appealing to Monkey, but that's not what the game is about, I guess. Oh. And as I said, it's kinda pay to win. Oh, I see. We've only just started, but I gotta go already. Oh, hello, Gabby. Hello. Sorry that you have to go. I have the meanest headache and it won't go away. Oh no. Oh, I understand. I hope you feel better soon. Just wanted to pass by and wish a great stream. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much, Gabby. Thank you for dropping by even though you aren't feeling well. I hope you get some good rest and that your headache starts to subside soon. Feel better soon. Like in the game, you can buy items that give your Pokemon stat boosts. Oh, I see. Like X attack and stuff. Fashion is always the true endgame. Don't worry. I know what you mean, Shatter. Even in the mainline Pokemon games these days, fashion is definitely important endgame. Maybe mid-game. But unfortunately, you have to go through all this other crazy stuff before you can get to the fashion game. Like, why not just start out with the fashion game? That's what Monkey wants. I do hope to start playing Pokemon on stream soon, though. I think that would be fun. I'm not sure when, and I'm a little concerned about continuity since, as you are mostly aware, Monkey kind of just does stuff all over the place rather than being scheduled. But hopefully people don't mind. I might try out playing some Pokemon on stream soon, along with a few other ideas that I have that are almost ready actually. I'm trying to decide if I should try scheduling them ahead or just go ahead and do it, because I know people like schedules. I've noticed people like schedules, but it's much easier for Monkey not to deal with that. Gives me more time to handle other things. Hope you feel better soon, Gabby. Yeah. And you can upgrade them. Oh, I see. The Pokemons. Feel better, Gabby. Yeah. And you can upgrade them way faster if you pay money. Ah, I see. Do they tend to match you up with people of similar stats? Or is it basically random? I feel like if they match you up only with people of similar stats, then it's not as big a deal, but I don't really know. Pokemon hype? Yeah, I hope so soon. A YouTuber called Moist Critical spent $100 on item upgrades, and he basically went around two-shotting everyone. Oh no! Oh no! I know I poop on Pokemon a lot, but Pokemon Unite has so much potential. I'd recommend playing the game in the next patch. That's when I will. Ah, I see, Cookie. I see. So, sounds like it's a fun game with some good ideas and good gameplay. It just needs some tweaking, huh? Sometimes that happens. But yes, cookie. Oh man, I need more tea today. I'm not drinking caffeinated tea, by the way. When Monkey is sleepy, I'd rather not caffeinate myself to wake up. But I'm very excited for the Gen 4 remakes coming this year. What were they called again? It's not Diamond and Pearl, is it? Which one was Gen 4 again? I will 100% play them. Nice. I'm not sure I ever played 4th Gen. Which one was that again? I played a lot of different generations, I guess, but I'm not sure I played 4th Gen. It's kinda crazy how Pokemon Unite just came out of nowhere. Yeah, I agree, Remus. I feel like I'm decently plugged into news about Pokemon, new games coming out. Is it just me, or did they not advertise Pokemon Unite at all before it came out? I was just having a normal day, and I was like, oh yes, Twitter, I should check Twitter at some point. And suddenly, everything was Pokemon Unite, and I was like, what is Pokemon Unite? I have never heard of this before. It really came out of nowhere. Do you drink caffeinated drinks? Oh, hello, Isabel. Welcome. Wait, Remus, also welcome. I'm not sure. Did I greet you already? I think I did, actually. Wait, did I? Oh no, I apologize for sleepy monkey brain. But hello. Do I drink caffeinated drinks? I do sometimes. I don't tend to drink a lot of coffee in the first place because I'm not the hugest fan of the flavor. Though I do like it when it's got a lot of cream and sugar. But I'm more of a tea monkey. And there's a lot of most teas are caffeinated. Most real teas are caffeinated because tea refers to a certain plant, actually, the tea tree, even though it's kind of a bush. that tea is generally made from. And so, any tea made from the tea tree will have caffeine in it. Especially a tea like matcha, which includes ground up tea leaves. And therefore all of the caffeine that was in the leaf is in the drink. Brewed teas tend to have a little less. But I also like herbal teas, which are not made with the tea tree plant. They're very tasty, and a lot of those do not contain caffeine because they're from different plants that are not caffeinated. I suppose I occasionally will drink soda these days, but these days I don't like most sodas anymore. For the most part, there's a few that I enjoy, but not too many anymore. Root beer though, I am a fan. I know root beer is a little what's the word? Controversial? Did you know actually root beer in many countries is actually outlawed? You're no longer allowed to make root beer. You can only make drinks that taste like root beer because one of the ingredients is suspected to be slightly carcinogenic. And so no more real root beer. That's why a lot of root beer, different brands, they all taste completely different if you ask me. But I do like root beer. But root beer oftentimes isn't even caffeinated, come to think of it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl, yeah. I don't know why, but Diamond and Pearl specifically flew under my radar. I don't remember. I think I've played. I think I've played first gen, second gen. I may not have played third or fourth gen, but I did play fifth gen, and I think. Oh man, there's too many generations to keep track of. What? I don't remember them. I don't tend to remember them by the numbers so much as by the colors, the titles, I guess. I've played red green. I've played gold silver. I've played black white, and sun moon and sword shield. So that's five out of how many generations are we on now anyway? I've only played one of the remakes and not all the way through. Which one was it? Wait, Ruby Sapphire. Did I play Ruby Sapphire? Oh man. I don't remember. Monkey brain. Gen 4 was Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Platinum? I did not know about Platinum. Oh, interesting. How come there were 3? Oh. I think Pokemon Unite is 21's Fall Guys. Comes out of nowhere and is super cool, but due to game issues, it quickly loses its player base in like a month. Oh, did that happen to Fall Guys? I didn't follow it very closely because at the very beginning, also lullaby hype. In the very beginning, I saw it because my siblings were playing it, and they let me play on their account a little bit, their accounts. But I played a little bit back then. It was pretty fun. But then I guess I did stop hearing news about it at some point. Since I couldn't play it on my own PC at the time, I didn't end up playing very much more than when I was with my siblings. And then I just kind of it just kind of faded away, didn't it? I wonder if people are still playing though, because it was a lot of fun. I would definitely be down to play some more. They didn't. They didn't announce it at all. I follow game news as well, and Nintendo didn't talk about it at all. That's so strange. That's so unusual. Also, don't worry, you welcome me when I ask you how you're doing. Oh, okay. I'm glad, Remus. Oh dear. Monkey brain. Sleepy monkey cannot keep any short-term memory, it seems. I'm glad I did that. That's interesting. I thought that Nintendo tends to always announce these sorts of things, especially Pokemon, right? With their... They have a... what is it? A 50th anniversary? Is that still going on? It would make a lot of sense to announce it. The other game I'm gonna play too is Metroid Dread. Metroid. That's the one with the Samus, right? The one with the armor with the big spheres on it for whatever reason. I don't know much about them, but I know what they look like. It's Nintendo saying, we stand root beer here, especially floats. Oh my goodness. Yes. Recently I was really craving root beer floats, so I went out and I grabbed myself some nice vanilla ice cream and some root beer and made it myself at home. I think there is a proper way to make root beer floats. But it may be just my opinion. It's definitely just my opinion. But I feel like you gotta make sure you put... I think... Oh, now I'm starting to forget though. There's a way when you combine the root beer and the ice cream, it creates this really interesting, massive, like a foam structure, right? This foam lattice that rises up out of the root beer float. I think it's good to maximize that. And if I remember correctly, the best way to maximize that is to put the ice cream in first and then pour the root beer on top of it so it makes that reaction. And then you drink off the foam. Because otherwise you won't have any room for the root beer. And then you add more root beer. But I also have slightly weird preferences when it comes to root beer floats. I don't know why. I don't know how this happened. But somehow I got used to this idea of having crushed ice inside of the root beer float. I don't perfectly understand it myself, but there's something about... I don't know if it's crushed ice or when the ice cream is icy, but there's this like... I think it's crushed ice, to be honest. It's nice to crunch on it when it's soaked up all the root beer float flavor. I used to think, man, it seems silly to put ice in a root beer float. I thought it was a dumb idea. But turns out I enjoy it. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me either. But it's nice to go catch, crunch on the ice. Hollow Knight Silk Song won't come out for the next 10 years, so have this game. Wait, Nintendo doesn't make Hollow Knight, right? That's a different studio, right? I remember you were excited about that one though, Cookie. When, what was it, E3 was going on? Lullaby hype, yeah! Oh man, how did I get so behind already? But yes, lullaby hype. Hey, it's sleepy lullaby hype. That's true. Very appropriate. But, Hi y'all. Bitsy, hello. Welcome. It's good to see you. Have been having fun playing Apex, so now could give it a go. Isn't Apex an FPS? I don't think Monkey can do that. I have tried out 2 FPS in my life. I tried out TF2 and S4? If anyone knows what that is. I enjoyed the aesthetics of both of these games, but that was about it. I was not able to play them. The round started and I was like, what now? Slow Monkey has bad reaction time. Just today, actually. Just today, one of my brothers was eating candy, and so he tossed me one, and I was like, oh boy. And I caught it with both of my hands, and I was so excited because usually I can't catch anything. And I said, you know, that was so fast that rather than seeing it and then catching it, I just kind of assumed where it would be, and then I grabbed at that area. And it worked out. And my brother looked at me for a moment, and he was like, that's how you're supposed to do it. I was like, what? He said, it's usually too fast. Human reaction time and monkey reaction time. It's not fast enough to see it first and then catch it. Well, that's news to me. I've lived my whole monkey life not realizing this. It's quite a revelation. So yeah, monkey and reaction time, we don't really understand each other. And don't get me started on heads-up displays and and aiming. Well, aiming can be okay, but heads-up displays and sense of direction. I have gotten lost in linear games before. What was the game I was playing? There was a game I was playing that's kind of like... So I never played Diablo, but I heard it was kind of like Diablo. But I forget what the game itself is called now. But it had these linear dungeons, but they weren't straight line linears. They were like, you know, IKEA? IKEA? The Scandinavian furniture store? It was laid out like that. It was like winding turns, and I often get turned around. Heck, I get turned around in Mario Kart, so... Monkey is not a very expert gamer. Let's just say that. I love the new character Seer. Oh, Seer? He is an African living on a planet called Talos. Oh, Talos. Perhaps they were too busy advertising it in Asia, where MOBAs are more popular. Oh, I wonder. That's interesting, Remus. It's possible. I wonder if there are advertisements for East Asians and Asians instead of for the English-speaking one. I actually wasn't aware that MOBAs are more popular in Asia than elsewhere in the world. Because I thought that MOBAs are one of the most popular game types worldwide, right? They're things like how you say? Of course, Monkey Brain doesn't have words right now. That one tournament that's called like the International. What is that one for again? But doesn't it pull in all sorts of people from all over the world? Though I guess, now that you mention it, there are a lot of very powerful Asian teams that play. And I know there are some MOBAs that stopped being as popular amongst English speakers, but are still huge in Asia. What was it like? League of Legends, maybe? Is the one that I'm thinking of that I hear is a lot more popular in Asia. But the other one, what is the international for? Dota, that's the one. These are MOBAs, right? I don't know. I don't know that much about what defines a MOBA, but I've heard this. Like, Overwatch is not a MOBA, right? I've never actually played Overwatch, even though I like the characters a lot. But so I'm not sure what it looks like when you play. He was born when a meteor struck and he got crazy powers. Wait. He was born when a meteor struck and he got... Then how is he African? If he lives on another planet. That's interesting. I am not sure Apex is a novel style of game. Yeah. That's my feeling too, Shatter. He was bullied for being a bad omen. Makes sense, I guess, if you arrived on a meteor. So he used his powers to make micro-drones. Oh! In the game, you can hear enemy heartbeats. Oh! Heartbeats? That's really cool. Oh. Cast micro-drones that stun enemies and rip out a crust of drones from his chest, creating a giant drone. A giant dome. That if anyone enters, they will be scanned and shown to the entire team. Oh, I see. So he's like information type. I don't know if there's a name for this kind of character, but he's there to help you see more and gain intel, right? That's pretty cool. Hello again and good morning now, the spacebar. Ah, hello, Chito. Hello. Good morning. Good to have you. I apologize, I'm a little behind. But what else is new, huh? Well, now Apex is different. Different? Now has future sight. A proof of enlightenment. Future sight. I do not have future sight. That would be really cool, though. I will try my best to aim for enlightenment. The game is focused on team cooperation, and the legends are more focused on supporting each other rather than going on solo and killing everything that moves. Oh, interesting. But cooperation or not, I'm not sure I could do it. I'd be more like dead weight. The Asian markets is really popular with FPS and MOBA. Oh, I see. FPS too, huh? Interesting. I think League of Legends is popular in Korea. Yeah, that's what I heard. I saw they have their own tournaments and like rankings and stuff like that, right? It's a really big deal. Or at least it was when I last checked in. The International. You mean Dota 2? Yeah, that's the one, Chito. That's the one. It's about making teams of different legends combinations, like for example combining Lifeline with Watson Lifeline. With Watson, Lifeline can put down healing drones that heal health and Watson. I see. And Watson puts down electric fences and turrets that heal shields. Oh, interesting. Synergy. That's nice. League of Legends is the McDonald's of the fast food of the MOBA, and Dota 2 is the 5-star restaurant in the MOBA. How so, Chito? What do you mean? I don't know. I don't know much. I don't know enough about either game to really understand that analogy. If Noel had any interest in playing Apex, you can always play it with me. Oh, thank you, Cookie. I appreciate the offer. I do think it's rather unlikely, but I do appreciate. And it's free to play on every platform. That's nice. You should try playing Monster Hunter Stories 2 now. Ah, yeah. It's similar to Pokemon and Final Fantasy combined. Ah, I see. Final Fantasy is another one of those games that's been recommended to me a few times. But I tried playing a little bit, but I didn't get into it. But maybe I just didn't give it enough time yet to hook me. I played just basically the opening of... Which one was it? The one where the main character is some sort of like bubble soccer player. It starts out in some city where the main character is playing some sort of sports game. And some sort of the sports ball in some sort of watery looking bubble arena. But I didn't actually get too far. I got as far as maybe the first combat, and I was like, oh, this is a lot. So I didn't end up continuing, so maybe I should. And then I also played a little bit of the MMO version, also basically just the intro tutorial. It was fun, but the thing I had the most fun with was the character creator. I didn't get very far past that, but I also feel like I should give it more of a chance. But I have heard of Monster Hunter stories, and it looks cute, right? The characters are all these little round. I like when the characters are round. Like in Pokemon Unite, they're very round. So I'm curious about it. Curious about being able to interact with the monsters and the palicos without having to do a lot of combat. Trust me now, some of my friends are painfully bad at FPS, but they still have so much fun and run crazy games. Well, I suppose it's not just about how bad Monkey is at it, but I don't know, I just never had a lot of personal interest in FPS. I guess it's not that I don't understand the appeal, though maybe I don't. What is the appeal of FPS for all of you? For those of you who play FPS, what makes it fun? For Monkey, there wasn't that much to me that's appealing. That was Final Fantasy X, if I recall correctly. Ah, that sounds about right. That sounds familiar, at least. I hear I should play the one with the new remake as well. Apparently, that one is legendary. The one with Sephiroth. I remember Sephiroth right now because they recently added him to Smash, right? And they added his character music, and I just found it hilarious. I don't know, because in the middle of the music they just go Sephiroth in this very, choir dramatic way. It was, I don't know, I find it hilarious. Also, I suggest Breath of the Wild as well. Oh, I saw one of my siblings play a little bit of Breath of the Wild. It was very pretty, but it's another one of those games where I couldn't figure out what the appeal would be for me in particular. I did like the little the little creatures though. What are they called? The little they're like little forest spirits. They're so cute. They go, oh, you found me. Not gonna lie, best part of Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. The little forest spirit. Apex is very easy to get the hang of. Oh, and the game isn't full of hyper sweats? What do you mean? And if you have any questions, ask the community. They're super nice and will answer your help inquiries. Oh, that's great, Cookie. I'm glad to hear that the community is really nice. That's something that I really value. I don't know, it just makes me happy to think about. I love when there's a nice community. Cookie is really trying to sell us on Apex. Sounds like it, huh? Yeah. FPS games are always too fast for me, Mama. Yeah, me too, Bitsy, me too. Monkey likes to take it slow. Even things like tower defense games tend to be too fast for me. Monkey doesn't like time limits. But I give moral support to Nog. You suffered through Apex's learning curve. Oh dear, I appreciate that, Bitsy. I appreciate. Though, does it have a really steep learning curve? Sounds a bit scary. That That's my English persuasion writing class down the drain, lol. It's okay, Cookie. Sometimes you can try your best, but you won't persuade someone out of their own opinions and feelings. But I do feel like you got your opinions and feelings across quite well and made a good case for it. So I don't think it was down the drain at all. I think you did a good job. Thanks, Shatterlama. FF7 remake, very good. Love that game. Ah, is that the one? The one that they're remaking? FF7 then. For the FPSs, I've always enjoyed the level design and how the action feels more in my face as opposed to the more detached 3D third-person games. Aha! Like you're right in there in the action. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I do think level design is also a really cool thing. Are there any sorts of level designs that you really like, Remus? I don't play a lot of different kinds of games, but I love to know about the game design that goes on behind the scenes, you know? Monster Hunter Stories 2 is basically what happens if Game Freak made effort in making a really good Pokemon game. Oh! You think Stories 2 is a lot like Pokemon? I do like Pokemon. I thought the most recent one was pretty good. I liked Sword and Shield a lot. That's the one I would probably play on stream when I play Pokemon. Some of the previous ones didn't hook me so much, which is partially why I forget which ones I played and which ones I didn't, because some of them I didn't finish. But I really like the first two games, and the most recent game is probably some of my more favorite Pokemon games. I'm really excited though for the new one to come out too. Though I think it's not coming out till next year, but Legends of Arceus, I think. That one, I just want to see the world. It looks like fun. The OG Doom is one of my favorite games. Ah! Doom I have heard of. Isn't it one of those really, how you say, groundbreaking classic games? Kind of like the first of its kind back in the day? I never quite liked FPS. Fighting games were more my speed. Wow, that's interesting, Shatter. Aren't fighting games even faster? FPS too slow for you, Shatter? Or maybe is it the difference between a more chaotic environment and an environment that feels more like a one-on-one duel? I wonder. Looks beautiful and is fun to play. Wow, now is truly getting recommended lots of games. It's true. Lots of game recommendations. Tower defense games are one of my fave types. Oh, is that so, Bitsy? What kinds of tower defense games are out there right now anyway? I remember the only tower defense game I played was Plants vs. Zombies. Is that still a thing? Is anyone still playing that? It was very cute, so I enjoyed it a bit because of the cuteness. But then it turned out I'm not very good. Not very good. I'm not very interested in tower defense. But to me, I feel like I can see the appeal of it because it's kind of like a strategy game, right? It's almost like I'm a little confused by the naming. Real-time strategy game? Does that mean that it's turn-based or it's real-time? But tower defenses are a bit of a strategy game with some engine building, right? I think it would be very funny if Now played Apex with me for a collab stream. Funny thought, Mama. I feel like this is gonna be Hellfire slash Friday Night Funkin' all over again. Cookie, you very much, I appreciate that you think so highly of me, but you very much overestimate Monkey when it comes to games, I think. Vin Diesel always family. Eh? What does that mean, Tito? I can't decipher that at all, actually. Quake has some good level design. Same with Unreal. Oh, I think I've heard of Quake. I'm not sure if I've heard of Unreal. But Quake is also very classic, right? Though there are some Doom level WADs that have some designs that rival AAA games. Mods? What are WADs? That's cool though, that's cool. The most that I know about level design is from watching some or playing through some of the director's cut for Portal, the original Portal, and what is it called? Left 4 Dead 2, I think. Both of these had director's cuts playthroughs, where they had a little bubbles pop up where you could interact, and they would tell you how they were designing the level and the thoughts that went into it, and that was really cool. They talked about things like playtesting and playtesters finding unique solutions to some of the Portal puzzles, for example, that they decided, you know what, that was so unique and took so much skill, so much harder than the intended solution, we're gonna leave it in, that sort of thing. And in Left 4 Dead 2, I remember they were talking about how to design the level to make it feel scary and tense. I don't particularly like playing horror myself, but it's a lot less scary and tense if you're playing the director's cut, because they intentionally make it such that you don't have to fight if you don't want to. So it's a lot more relaxing to wander through, and then you see the zombie and then you're like, what's this? And they're like, oh, let me tell you what makes this zombie scary in the actual game. It was pretty fun. They even talked about things like sound design and how that contributes. Okay, look now, I just remembered. Okay, yes, Cookie. Forget about Apex. Oh, that I have just been talking about for the past 29 minutes. That's a hard switch, Cookie. Doom effectively created the FPS game. Oh, I see. No wonder it's such a classic. That's incredible. That's really awesome, Remus. Are you a big fan of I don't know what you call it, like classic games, like early computer games? Early, like, what do you call them? Old school games? I have found the perfect now game. When you say it like that, Cookie, you get me a little worried. Have you now? Have you? Fighting games can be faster and slower depending on character choice. Oh, I see. I like playing characters that can slow the pace down so I can better read my opponents. Ah, that makes sense. That's awesome, Shatter. That's a really cool technique. Fighting games Remind me a little bit of martial arts. One of my siblings was explaining to me recently because of Guilty Gear Strive. One of my siblings was explaining sort of the way that fighting games work, sort of the meta and the techniques involved. Because they just released a bunch of new characters, right? Like what's his name? Gold Lewis Dickinson? It's one of the big ones they dropped recently, I remember. And so there was like a commentary describing his movesets. And apparently just from that you can kind of tell how he's gonna play with other characters, huh? Pretty cool, pretty cool. Have you been playing Guilty Gear Strive? You have you have any favorite characters yet? Forget about everything I've said and please play A Short Hike. A Short Hike. You know, that title does make it sound kind of up Monkey's alley. A short hike, huh? What's it like, Cookie? It's the Super Mario Bros. Of FPSs. Super Mario Bros. You know, Super Mario Bros. Is Super Mario Bros. Like the what genre did that create? I know Mario is groundbreaking in many different ways, but I don't know if was Mario like the first platformer, perhaps? Cause I know a lot of classic arcade games like Donkey Kong were platformy, right? It is the most relaxing game I've ever played. Oh, is that so? Is that so, Cookie? Oh, I haven't heard of it before. Let me see. Maybe I look up. I want to see what the aesthetics are. Let me see. A short hike. Short hike. Let me see. Oh. Image. Oh, it's cute. Are you this little bird? Wow. I love the aesthetics. I love the aesthetics at the very least, Cookie. What kind of game is it? How would you describe the gameplay? Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. Oh. You've caught my attention, Cookie. Got my attention. If only Game Freak made an effort in making a true open-world Pokemon game, we would already have a Genshin Impact-looking Pokemon game that is similar to the anime Pokemon. That's an interesting thought, Chito. Interesting. I don't know if I would consider the anime open world per se, since the anime was based on the original games, right? But it has that feeling of open world because after you visit everywhere, you can actually go anywhere, right? And I guess I don't fully understand what open world means though. Because even in the very first Pokemon game, any location you had visited in the past, you could visit again, right? So there was a linear progression, but basically you still unlocked the world little by little. I guess I'm confused. What is open world versus non-open world? And the ending made me cry happy tears, and I felt so immersed. It's perfect now game. It's the perfect length. Oh, is that so, Cookie? Oh, that's pretty exciting to be honest. I am interested. Is it a relatively short game then, you mean? It's the perfect length? Y'all talking about games and nobody invites me. SMH. Ryder, hello, welcome. I didn't know I didn't know you required a formal invitation, but but please do join us. I was actually thinking to myself, Ryder must not be able to make it today, considering how much game talk we've had so far, and I haven't heard a Ryder chiming in. But I'm glad you could make it after all. If anyone thinks I'm lying, look up the game. I'll send the trailer. Oh yes, please, Cookie. Honestly, the game gives me heavy Animal Crossing vibes. Oh, is that so? Is that so? I'm interested. Mods are what Doom mods are called. It's the file type. Oh, that's fascinating, Remus. Oh, thank you for the education. That's really cool. Do the mods tend to be... They tend to be level designs then, huh? That's really cool. Oh, I didn't know that Doom had open level design capability. What do they call that kind of thing? Not open source, right? Not technically, but... But I'll stop recommending games. That's okay, Cookie. We're just chilling today, so... If you have good recommendations that Monkey might like, I'm happy to take them. But please play A Short Hike. It's cheap on Steam and Switch, and I think you will learn so much. Good to know. Price point is important too, it's true. I feel like such an idiot for talking about Apex and convincing Nal to play it. Oh no, Cookie, oh no. That probably had killed my case. Oh. It's okay, Cookie, it's okay. I understand. I get the feeling, Cookie. You like to recommend games that you really enjoyed, right? Which is really fair. But you also understand what games are more monkey friendly. You just recommend all kinds of games. This one at least does sound pretty monkey friendly. I enjoy boomer shooters, older FPSs. Boomer shooters? I have never heard that term before. Is that what you called older FPSs? That's really cool. I don't know, that's kind of a cool name. But if you can, go on the Discord and look at the trailer. I highly recommend it. Thank you, Cookie, and thank you for sharing the trailer. I will try to take a look at it. I do like the aesthetics quite a lot. Sometimes aesthetics can be very misleading. I will say, there are some very cute games out there that are not very monkey friendly. But this one does look cute enough that I am interested and I hope I can play it. A certain game comes to mind when I think about aesthetics that don't match gameplay. I don't know how many of you are in the board gaming sphere, but some of my siblings are, and so they often hold board game get-togethers that I kind of watch and learn. I don't play though. And one of the board games, Root, is the most adorable board game I have ever seen. If you haven't seen it, you should look it up because it's really cute. The art is adorable, and the little player how you say, little statue things, they call them meeples, I guess, are so cute. They're little woodland animals, and it's so adorable. A lot of people say it reminds them of Redwall, but not just because it's cute forest animals, but also because it's actually really brutal. It is surprisingly brutal. It's kind of a scheming and like getting angry at your friends for the game. Betrayal. So, not a monkey game, but I like looking at it. I actually just picked up Guilty Gear Strive. Ah! I'm floor 10 out of a possible 11. Wow. Floor 10. Wait, does that mean you're near the beginning or near the end, Chatter? Is 11 near the end or near the beginning? Come to think of it, there's a character that I was interested in hearing your opinion about. Ah! His name is Anjimito, and he seems at least in part inspired by Geiko and Michael. Really? Really? Let me look this up. Anjimito. I don't know if I've seen him before. I might have because someone showed me a compilation of all of the character intros. Ah, Anjimito. Oh, I have seen him. His outfit is quite something though. I've never seen an outfit like that before. Anjimito. I remember when I first saw him, he was in a pose, so you could only see like his side, and you didn't see everything. And then he turned, and I was like, whoa. That was not what I was expecting. It's quite an outfit he's got going there. What about him seems to be inspired by Geiko and Michael though. I'm curious. I hadn't heard about it. Oh, he fights with fans, it looks like. Very cool, very cool. Mario wasn't the first platformer. Like how Doom wasn't the first FPS. Oh, I see. But it codified a lot of mechanics and tropes that platformers would later have. I see. I understand, Remus. That's really cool. It's not the one that necessarily created the genre, but it made the genre what it is today, huh? Kinda like Lord of the Rings and fantasy. Lord of the Rings had a huge influence on fantasy, right? And it's not like all fantasy is Lord of the Rings. And there was fantasy, plenty of fantasy before Lord of the Rings. But now it's become almost a defining formula for the genre. That's awesome. Yes, may I have a word too about what genre is very monkey friendly? Ah! Yes, Ryder. It's a very known genre, but with not many games to speak of, and a bit controversial in its design, but I enjoy them. Oh, is that so, Ryder? What genre is this? I only know the most basic sort of game genres out there. But I'm curious if there's a whole genre, even if it's small, that Monkey would be interested in. Then that might be nice because as you know, I always say Monkey's not much of a gamer, right? Most game genres don't appeal to me in particular, but if there is a whole subset, I'd be willing to give it a try. If I had to describe it, it's like if the collectathon aspect of Zelda and Animal Crossing had a baby. Collectathon. Oh, in Zelda, do you collect a lot of things? I've never actually played Zelda. I just played it, and I just thought, Nala needs to play this. She is gonna love this. Lol. Oh, thank you for thinking of me, Cookie. Then I forgot to tell Nal. Well, you remembered, so I appreciate it though. I appreciate it a lot. The game took me about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Oh, okay. So with Monkey time, that might end up being like 3 hours. But it's pretty short then, actually, huh? Everything about the game was so charming and wholesome. Ah, I see. I like this cookie. Thank you for the recommendation. I will check it out. Monkey. Hello, Magna Zero. Welcome back to the DNCD Club. I apologize, I'm a little behind, and so I'm greeting you a little late, but welcome. The WADs can be anything. Oh. For example, I could install a WAD that replaced Doom Guy with Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh. Or a WAD that increases the amount of blood that enemies create. Oh dear. It rivals Skyrim in mods. Oh, I see. So Skyrim's another one with a lot of mods, huh? The game I'm most personally familiar with that supports a lot of mods is Stardew Valley. Even though I've never installed one yet. I've been thinking about it though. That's really cool though. Oh, that's really awesome that they have such an open culture of mods too. Is this just for the original Doom? Or I know there was a remake recently as well. Just realized it's only £3 on Steam. Oh, not bad. I can gift the game to you if you want to give it a go. Oh, Cookie, that's very kind of you. Oh. I'm still very bashful about receiving gifts. Not that I wouldn't appreciate them, but you really don't have to gift anything to Monkey. Like, if you really want to give something to Monkey, I will graciously accept. I certainly would enjoy receiving gifts. And this game does sound like an interesting one. But, you don't have to, certainly. Floor 10 is near the top. Ah. So Shatter, you just started playing, and you're already almost at the top? This Jester is very powerful. Sounds like a very powerful Jester here. Are you secretly a top, how you say, top fighting game player? Secretly #1 in the world? Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen you play a fighting game on stream or anything, huh? Hidden power. I'll just mention one more thing before I'll stop rambling on about this game. Oh, sure, Cookie. I'm curious. He's got an interesting design, that's for sure, lol. It certainly is. It's quite interesting. I had seen detached sleeves before as a, clothing design concept, but I had never seen just sleeves. I think. Maybe I have, but not in this way. But looking into his design notes. Oh, design notes. That sounds like fun. I like design notes. Several moves he uses are directly inspired by a Japanese dance called Mai. Mai is... I wonder, is Mai a certain kind of dance? I guess so. Ah, and he has the fans too, doesn't he? Ah, I can see that. That's really cool. The Mai you're talking about, I'm guessing, is the same Mai in Maiko, because Maiko means dancing child. They do learn the Mai style dance, I suppose. You're right. That's really cool. I wonder if the way he moves at all is just inspired by these dances. The game is about Claire the bird going on a camping trip, and she wants service for her phone to call her mom. So she wants to climb to the top of the mountain to get service. But yeah, that's that game. Well, oh, I really like this concept, Cookie. Oh, that does sound interesting. I might just have to give it a try. I believe several people even outright call him a geisha in the game. Well, really? Oh, so he's a male geisha? Back in the day, there were male geisha. Nowadays, not so much. They have kind of an equivalent profession that is more of a jester type entertainer, actually. But there did used to be geisha used to traditionally be male, actually. But in the modern day, it's actually uncommon, and not just uncommon, I'm not sure how accepted it would be. So that's really cool, that's really interesting. I'm reminded of, if you've watched the anime, Rakugo, or Genroku, Showa Genroku, reminding myself of the title backwards, or middle out. Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju, which is a really, really good anime about Rakugo. As you might guess from the title, it's a little bit dark at times. Because Shinju means double suicide, but if you're okay with that, I highly recommend the anime. It's so good, And one of the characters, actually, you might call him the main character, though the way they go about the story is a little different from traditional storytelling, I guess. Not too different, but it's hard to pin down. I guess he's the main character. At least for one of the seasons. Well, he grew up in a geisha house. He was a child of a geisha house, and he did learn things like the dances and stuff as a kid, but because he was a male, they don't let him become a geisha, and so he had to go find something else to do. So that's really cool, though. I did not know this guy is a geisha. That's fascinating. Now I'd love to see more of him moving around, I guess. See if he does he dance, I wonder? That's pretty cool. The genre is known as walking simulator. Ah, I have heard about this genre, actually. I've heard about it. It used to be a derogatory term for the genre, but after having some hits, some people started respecting the term, and even developers call it that nowadays. Aha, I see. Oh, yeah, that sounds familiar. I had forgotten that it used to be a derogatory term, huh? There are definitely some games I've heard about in that genre that sound interesting, but most of the ones I've heard about were horror games, actually, or at least had horror elements. I'm trying to remember. I think there was one like Alice in Wonderland, but Dark Alice in Wonderland themed, that I heard was a walking simulator. And then there was one, oh, I forget what it's called now. I can't remember if it was considered a walking simulator or not, though. Something about how you're at home, or you come home and everyone in your family is missing. I think it's a little bit of a mystery with slight horror elements, if I remember correctly. It sounded interesting though. I can't remember what the game was anymore. Do you have any in particular that you would recommend, Ryder? Of the walking simulator genre? Yo, sup, Monkey? Geronimo, hello, welcome. Good to have you. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm pretty behind, but how are you doing? It's been a little while. Walking simulators focus on mostly story and oftentimes some mild puzzling. Puzzling is fun. All you have to know how to do in these games is, as you guessed it, walk. I like that. Reminds me a bit of how the visual novel genre actually consists of some very complex games to some very simple games. Some visual novels come complete with their own whole mini games involved, and some visual novels are true to the name visual novel in a way. There are absolutely zero choices to be made, and you just follow along with the story. I would love to play more visual novels. Oh no, this story is really funny yet dark. Oh? I recently found out there's an Evangelion visual novel, and I absolutely need to get it. Really? Eva visual novel? That's awesome. Official? That's really interesting. That sounds... that sounds really interesting. Do you know anything else about it, Geronimo? Eva visual novel. I did really like Eva when I watched it recently. It took me quite a while to get through the whole thing. I've been watching it on and off for a very long time. And restarting, and even reading the manga, and restarting. But I finally got through it. Just this year. And once I got past maybe the halfway point, I was hooked. I really want to watch the reboots. The reboots now. They're movies, right? I wonder where they're available. I was playing Apex with my friends, and one of the opponents was called Cookie Will Die Tomorrow. Oh no! That's pretty ominous, Cookie. Wow! So there's the OG Doom games, which cover Doom 1993, Doom 2 Hell on Earth, and Final Doom, which is just a level comp. Oh, interesting! A level comp. Does that mean a compilation of levels from the previous games? Story, sound, music, atmosphere, exploration. These are the things these games really focus on. This entire genre is not popular like I mentioned, and so doesn't have a giant list of titles to choose. To say the least, I was laughing so much. Yeah. Yet kinda scared. Understandable, Cookie, understandable. It's okay. It's like saying break a leg. It means that it won't happen. You're trying not to, what's the word? Jinx it? Then there's Doom 64. Doom 3, and Doom 3, which are the black sheep of the franchise. Black sheep? Oh, how so? How so? It is confusing when they put numbers on it, but they're not in order. 64 and then 3, huh? And final was not final either, I guess. And finally, New Doom. New Doom, which covers Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. Oh. These naming schemes. Hard to follow. I remember Ryder saying something similar about the Metal Gear series, is that the names are all over the place. Or am I misremembering that? I'd imagine this is probably a good thing for you too, since having too many games you've never heard of would be overwhelming, I imagine. Can be nice to have, decision paralysis is a real thing, especially for this monkey. In fact, I feel like I should apologize to Shatter for my decision paralysis during our collab stream, but I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. The genre is controversial due to many gamers feeling like... I always liked Doom 64. I still don't get all the hate. Oh, is that why they're the black sheep? Were they controversial as well? Doom 64 and Doom 3? Scream, I shall destroy you all, scream. Wait, welcome. Sorry I'm a little late welcoming you. I'm a bit behind, as you can tell. Big surprise. But welcome. But no destroying the tea club, okay? We are all peaceful here. These games have no gameplay, and so it's pointless to be a game. Eh? Pointless? I don't know if I would say that. I'd argue these games have amazing characters and stories. It feels like reading an interactive book. In my opinion, that's enough to be a game, right? What's the line between interactive media and a game? It's hard to say, right? Yeah, and I think this idea of trying to say something is a game and isn't a game, and if it isn't a game, it's not worth your time. It's also a little bit silly, right? I guess the question of what is a game is an interesting question, but I don't think it should determine whether or not you can like something. I kind of felt like The Last of Us, for me. Maybe it's because of the way I experience games. I tend to experience a lot of games not by playing them, but by watching other people play them, right? So to me, The Last of Us was almost like an interactive story as well. Not that I was directly interacting, but I could be like, hey, wait, what's that? Look over there. Or just, oftentimes when I'm playing, or not playing, when I'm watching my siblings play, they will intentionally slow down and look around and do that kind of stuff for me because they know I like it. So yeah, I guess that's maybe why my opinion on whether games are interactive media or not is is maybe a little different from people who play a lot of games. Many, if not all of the games in the genre enjoy letting you piece everything together. Instead of acting like a movie, it lets you explore at your own pace and choice of direction. That's pretty cool, Ryder. That's pretty cool. I like that. I know. Happy Tuesday. How are you? Neru-senpai, hello. Welcome. I am doing well. A little bit sleepy today, actually. But chatting with all of you has helped wake me up a little bit. I'm having a good time. How are you doing, Neru-senpai? Always good to have you. We're having multiple threads of conversations about different various games and styles of games, actually. Meanwhile, it gives you pieces of information through notes or voice lines or animations, and slowly you will piece the mysteries, if you care. It almost reminds me a little bit of a game that I did play called Inside. Inside's kind of a puzzle game, mostly. Kind of a creepy puzzle game. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to play it, but one of my siblings, insisted, like, no, don't worry, I promise you, this one is simple enough that you can play it, and I know you like puzzle games, and even though it has sort of a creepy vibe, it's not a horror game in that it's not trying to scare you with all sorts of jump scares or gore or anything. And so I gave it a try. And I was mostly able to play all of it myself, except for maybe one portion where it was a little difficult for me to get the speed properly. But one thing I really enjoyed about that one, even though it was a puzzle game, it did have sort of the elements you're talking about from walking simulators, where the whole game is basically linear. You're actually literally walking in a straight line as much as possible, and only moving not in a straight line to sort of get past the various puzzles that are blocking you from moving in a straight line. And along this line, you see a lot of the world kind of happening around you, or even just in the background, and you go, what is going on here? And you slowly kind of piece together the mystery, but they never really explain it to you. And so in the very end, there's still a strong sense of mystery around this really incredible world that I've created. But you slowly understand, like, more and more about it, I feel. It was pretty cool. Wait, is Shatter a geisha? Wait, all along, Shatter a geisha? Maybe. Are you a geisha, Shatter, secretly? Well, now, see ya, I gotta sleep. Okay, Cookie. Have good sleep, sweet dreams. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by and for the game recommendation. Bye, everyone. Bye, Cookie. Gasp. Gasp, Shatter. Did you not know? Was this a secret from you as well? Just today, I bought 2 more games in a genre that I'm excited to start. Oh yeah? If all this sounds good, then finding your first title is the next step. On top lists, the same ones always show up. Good night, Cookie. Yeah, good night, Cookie. The game you are talking about... Oh, you know the one I was talking about. Nice. Wait. Oh, excuse me. Scroll is going crazy. Oh, here we are. The game you were talking about was What Remains of Edith Finch. Oh, it's one of the 2 I bought today to try out. Oh, I see. Let me save that name, and let me check. Is this the one? Looking at the aesthetics, I'm not sure if it's the same one I was talking about or not, but it sounds really interesting if it has a similar sort of premise. The one I remember has very, very simple graphics, actually. These are quite detailed, very beautiful. The one I remember almost looks like a classic game. Classic game of the style that that perhaps Remus might play. Highly regarded as the best in the genre, that one. Oh, good to know, good to know. Guess I'll see you soon. Yeah! Let me know how it goes, Ryder. That's exciting. It's an official visual novel. Oh, nice, nice. Nice, Geronimo. It was released for a bunch of systems, including PC. Oh! I have a PC. There's an English translation. Oh, awesome. I don't know much, as I don't want to spoil myself. Understandable, understandable. But it does seem to be a lot less depressing than the show. Oh, interesting, interesting. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. One of the things I really liked about the show was how it went into this idea of depression and how it manifests in people. But interesting. If you play it, let me know. I just watched someone walk into ice cold water. Oh no! Oh no! Cool. Get it? Oh dear, Ryder. Oh dear. Oh boy. Doom 3 and Doom 64 are more horror-based. Oh, I thought all of Doom was horror-based, but I guess it's more action, isn't it? Yeah, I guess it doesn't generally have that horror feeling, now that you mention it, despite the theming. It reminds me... not in the same way, not in the same way, but... what is that game called? The puzzle game that just came out recently. Helltaker. Sounds like it would be a really edgy, fast-paced sort of intense sort of game, but no, it's pretty cute actually. I haven't actually played through all of Hellfiler, but I watched someone else play some of it, and I want to try it myself. Since it is a puzzle game, maybe I would enjoy it. Or did I play it? Maybe I did play it. I know I played at least a little bit of it. Did I play the whole thing? I might have played the whole thing. It's a short game. Monkey has such bad memory. I apologize for my inability to relate proper statistics on Monkey gameplay, but I think I played at least some of it. But more horror-based, with 3 being an outright horror game, as opposed to the OG and new games, using horror as a backdrop to the ultra-violence. That is something that I heard about the Doom games. The ultra-violence. Oh, I see, I see. It's always fun to play with now. Oh, thank you, Shatter. I had a lot of fun too. I'm glad you had fun. Doom 64 is good. It's just jarring, going from an over-the-top FPS to a more brooding game. Ah, I see, I see. So they kind of took a risk there, huh? Tried to reimagine the series. But I guess people really like the feel of the series more than anything, huh? The style of the game. That's interesting. I feel like that sort of reimagining always ends up being controversial, doesn't it? Like, even one of the characters from Guilty Gear Strive, the Doctor character, apparently has undergone a lot of reimaginings, from being like kind of scary to being very comical. And in the recent game, I guess he's kind of a mix of both. I heard people have a lot of opinions about that. To me, having an explorable world is enough to be a game. If it's interesting to explore, excuse me. If it's interesting to explore and it adds to the immersion of a story, it's a game. Yeah. I feel like if we're talking about the edge of what's considered a game even, right? Then you have things like simulator games, like truck simulator and all that. And then you have things like maybe my favorite game, or one of my favorite games, is Neko Atsume. But a lot of people say that's not a game. And I think to myself, well, I don't really know if it's a game or not, but I enjoy it. And I think either way I enjoy it, so I think it's great, no matter what you want to call it. I heard one person say, not in a derogatory sense, but in sort of like an I enjoy this sense, that Neko Atsume is less of a game and more of a place that you visit. And I thought that was just such a beautiful way of putting it. I kind of agree with that sentiment. Whether it can be classified as a game or not, Neko Atsume is a place that you visit. And I like that about it. And I feel like some of these interactive media that you're talking about, Ryder, have that sort of feeling too, huh? Just a place that you visit. Inside is amazing. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's more of a puzzle horror, but yeah, I agree. It's a puzzle horror, but the fact that in the background they're telling you this story just by what they show you, right? Without making it a story at all, per se, but just an exploration of the world. I thought that was pretty cool. And it in a way had a feeling of walking simulator elements, right? Like the puzzles, they played in well into the gameplay, and so I wouldn't say that it would be the same game if you took the puzzles out. Cause if you took the puzzles out, it'd be a different game. And a different world even. But because of the way that it was, it did feel a lot like the exploration of the world was as important of a part of the game as the puzzles. It was very intertwined in a very beautiful way. Although Inside left me quite puzzled at the end. Yeah. It doesn't have a clear conclusion, right? It doesn't say, okay, you were wondering the mystery all this time, and we're gonna give it to you. This is what's been going on, right? But I appreciate that about that. I like stories that kind of leave it open for you to think about and continue to muse about after you're done. I still feel like I don't really understand what's going on. I understand. So I'd argue it had a story, but it was so cryptic that all that's left are theories more than facts. True. Writer spittin' facts. Sorry, I sleep. Oh, Cookie. Oh, Cookie. I don't know if you're still here or not, but yeah. Get some sleep if you need it, though. Oh dear. Walking simulators tend to look gorgeous. Some of the best graphics of their respective release dates, and even beyond. Oh, I guess that makes sense, because it's all about the experience at that point, right? It's like, if it's all about the experience and the art, that's where you put all your effort into. That makes sense. They still put to shame more recent titles still. Oh, they put to shame more recent titles still. Makes sense, because they can invest all of their resources into making it beautiful, right? Whereas other styles of game need to worry about, will this work with the gameplay? And we only have so many resources and we can only allocate so much to environment and texture and all that. We gotta make sure all of these other mechanics work too, right? That makes sense. It reminds me a little bit even of in back when VR first became something that was even slightly accessible to normal people, right? I think one of the first games that came out wasn't a game so much either as it was an underwater experience. I don't think I ever played that one, though I was interested. It was basically just almost like a proof of concept of what could be done with VR in terms of environments. That was my understanding. Due to the lack of processing needed, they can put all their efforts into making the locations breathtaking without losing frames or anything. Ah! That's a good point, Ryder. I hadn't even thought about it that way. Yeah, you can bump up the graphics because you won't be doing calculations for anything but graphics. Ah, smart. Why does Saturn's Jester avatar look like he's staring directly into your soul? I don't know, Chito. Yeah, maybe because maybe he is. Are you staring into our soul, Shatter? Are you able to see into the hearts of people? Is that why you're such a wise jester? What I can do is finish the games I'm missing from the list, and then give you a good summary on pros and cons of each over on Discord to help you choose. Wow, Ryder! Wow, that would be incredible! But I already know of one that is 100% monkey friendly and exactly the vibe you enjoy. Oh yeah? The other two look absolutely beautiful, but I have to see which of the two you'd prefer. Oh, I'm curious. I'd love to hear about it, Ryder. I'm curious especially, what makes you think one is exactly Monkey's taste? Doom 64 was made by another studio, Midway, as opposed to ID Games. Ah, I see. So they really were trying to take it in a new direction, huh? Fascinating. Did you enjoy it? Or was it not really what you were looking for? And then there's 3 more that I'm yet to finish/start. But like I said, I can tell you about the ones I know now, or wait until I can tell you about them all. I'd be happy to hear about them as soon as you feel like talking about them, Ryder. If there are 3 you want to talk about right now, I'd love to hear about them. And then, when you have more, I'd love to hear more about it then. Up to you though, of course. But yeah, a lot of things changed. Music turned into ambience. Oh, that's always an interesting directorial choice, right? Do you put music in the background? Or do you put ambient noise in the background? Interesting. The monsters use clay models, and the palette is more harsh. Clay models? Wait, really? Wow, they were really going experimental with that one, weren't they? You mean like claymation? That's incredible. I've never heard of a game like that. Wow. More harsh palette though. Interesting. Like brighter colors? Neko atsume is a lifestyle. Yes. Yes, Shatter. 100%. Neko atsume is a lifestyle. Every day I make sure well, when I can, I make sure to drop by and feed the kitties. Even if there aren't any kitties around at the time, I like to make sure that I leave some nice stuff out for them. It's a lifestyle. I can neither confirm nor deny my ability to see into eternity. Pretty sure I'm not wise though, Mama. You seem like a pretty wise jester to me. But what is this about not being able to confirm nor deny the ability to see into eternity? I see. I think you might need to write that one down too, Ryder. I haven't finished it, but it's an enjoyable game. Oh, I see. So, it sounds like it's a game that stands on its own. It's just not what people were necessarily expecting or desiring when they saw a new Doom game was coming out. That's interesting. Why it's exactly Monkey's taste? Well, you are a little child that follows a goose into a painting, and this narrative is like a fairy tale. The gameplay, though. For a moment there, Ryder, I thought you were calling Monkey a little child. I may be young for an immortal monkey, but I don't think of myself as a little child, though. But I see. You're not talking about me, you're talking about the main character. The world is white. You throw black balls of paint around, and they paint the world black, so you can see where you're going and what the world looks like, with a bunch of splashes here and there. Wow, that sounds really cool, Ryder. Wait, do a lot of these games tend to be very experimental? Because that sounds really cool. That sounds really cool. I'd love to know what game that is. Hello, Monkey. Chris, hello. Welcome. It's good to see you. OG Doom did use clay models as a basis for the monster sprites. Oh, wow. But it's more apparent on 64. Wow. That's really cool. Wow. Every single monster looks different in the game. No way. That's incredible, Remus. What? That's awesome. Wow. That's really cool. Oh. I guess I've never really seen the graphics so much. The Doom graphics for the original or for... I guess I haven't seen 64. I haven't seen much Doom at all. What I have seen of Doom... the little I have seen of Doom, I think was the original Doom. And it reminded me of... since you seem to know about classic computer things, Remus, you know... there was an old Windows screensaver where it was just endless hallways, and you would turn down a new hallway, and it'd be another hallway, and it would just keep going. Very, very classic Windows screensaver. That's what Doom looked like to me, except covered in blood and monsters. There's some light puzzling, some performing at one point. Oh, platforming. Some platforming at one point too. Oh, I do like puzzling. Platforming can be difficult for me, but Easy ones I can do. I can't say much more because of spoilers, but I really wish I could entice you even more. Oh, I've already said too much, to be honest. Oh, I see. I'm curious. I'd love to hear about it, Ryder, if you want to recommend it to me. I'd love to check it out myself. The colors are more varied, but I wouldn't say it's brighter. If anything, it looks more hellish. Oh, interesting. Oh, You are a little child. No, I am Monkey. I am no longer baby monkey. I may be small. I'm not a little child. Hey. Gasp, Ryder. Gasp. How could you do me like that? Oh dear. Well, I suppose I can't deny it too much. I may have some childish tastes here and there, but I think that's fine, right? I think that's fine. My lack of direction makes most hallways seem endless, though. I know what you mean, Chatter. I know what you mean. I was once in a building. I was walking through the building all by myself, which is already a bad place to be, perhaps. But this building, it had like 6 floors, maybe, and each floor was identical, and each hallway in that floor was identical, and so immediately I became disoriented. I couldn't tell what side of the building I was on. I couldn't tell what floor I was on. They did a little bit of color coding, if I remember correctly, maybe in the staircases? But I wasn't familiar enough to know what the color coding scheme was. I was like, okay, I'm on yellow floor now. Is that floor number 2 or floor number 4? Where is the front of the building? What room am I going to? It was quite disorienting. I found my way eventually. But it was quite a trial. I loved that screensaver. It was a good one, huh? Funny enough, the predecessor to Doom, Wolfenstein 3D, is almost a one-to-one recreation of that, with some added Nazis, though. Oh, interesting. Oh, fascinating. Wolfenstein. That name also sounds familiar. Did that one have a remake recently too? It sounds pretty familiar. But yeah, the classic Windows screensavers were pretty great. As a baby monkey, I was actually surrounded by computers. And so all kinds of computers, I guess. And so one of the things I enjoy doing, I don't know if this is strange or not. Nowadays, you don't see a lot of screensavers, actually, I feel. But when I was a baby monkey, I used to love to just sit in front of the computer, and watch the screensavers kind of move across the screen. All sorts of various kinds. We used to set it to like rotate the screensavers a lot of the time, so I could, watch different ones. Well, sometimes I would just go in and specifically pick one to watch. They were hypnotizing, meditative. I don't know. They're really nice to watch, though. The Unfinished Swan. Unfinished Swan. Wow, that's a pretty name. Is the name of the game I was mentioning, if you want to take a look yourself. Oh, thank you, Ryder, thank you. Let me see. I want to at least check out the aesthetics. Hopefully... hopefully not too spoilerific. Oh. Oh. Wow. This is really beautiful. You know, this reminds me very slightly of another game called... Oops, I'm gonna stop scrolling because I'm afraid of spoilers, but this looks beautiful. Oh, it reminds me a little bit of Mirror's Edge for some reason. It doesn't have the same aesthetic or anything in particular, but it reminds me of it a little bit. This idea of the really flat color, geometric shaped city, but with pops of other color here and there. I think it was Mirror's Edge that I'm talking about. Or Super Hot, I guess, is like that too. In a different sort of way. Thank you for the suggestion, Ryder. Yes, I haven't played them though. Oh, I see. I was always a fan of those multicolored pipe screensavers, lol. Yes, exactly. Shatter, I was just imagining the same one. The one with the pipes. Oh, that was so much fun to watch over and over as it filled up the screen. And then finally the screen was so full. And then it reset itself. And then you can watch it build up all over again. I loved the one that changed shapes. The pipes were good as well. Oh, hello, Barry. Welcome. Good to see you. Ah, the one that changed, it was like flower-shaped almost, right? It would morph back and forth, like a flower or a snowflake or something. That was pretty fun. It's kind of 3D if I remember correctly. When I was a kid, I would download so many screensavers. I think I downloaded a few viruses as well. Oh my goodness. Dangerous. Oh, so is that how they got you back then? That's really cool though, that you downloaded screensavers, not the viruses part. I never really downloaded a lot of screensavers myself. I mostly stuck to the default ones, but that's... that's pretty cool. Very Chatter. Yeah. As for the other games... Oh, before I forget also, what kind of screensavers did you download? I'm curious what was available. As for the other games, we have one I finished again today. Again! And one I haven't played in a while, but remember enjoying. Ah! Both have incredible music and gorgeous graphics / locations. Ah! That reminds me of the other game you suggested to me. To the Moon, I believe it was? Because of the music you said? That's still on my list of games to review. I feel like we are all that meme with the old person and the young person, and just us talking about old Windows screensavers, and them saying, "Alright, Grandma, let's get you to bed." I'm not sure if I know that meme or not, but it sounds kinda cute. Sounds kinda sweet. I don't know. Hello. Oh, hello, Cuckoo. welcome back to the TST Club. I remember you came during the collab stream with Shatter, right? It was nice having you. Unfortunately, we didn't get to chat much then. But today is a chatting stream, so maybe we can today, if you feel like. Welcome back. Very. We got the jester party here today. Yeah, we've been talking about games, but we are also now talking about classic screensavers, I guess. Man, I can't remember the last time I've even seen a screensaver. When did we stop having screensavers, I wonder? Maybe that's something that needs to be a comeback. It was a collab? It's hard to talk during those. It's true. That's what I'm learning. I hope everyone enjoys them anyway, though. I certainly enjoyed it. It's a very different experience. Doing a collab versus doing a solo stream. It's almost like a completely different genre. But I find them both to be a lot of fun. Well, with what little experience I have, here I am talking like some sort of veteran. I've only ever done 2 collabs so far. And both of those have been with Shatter, actually. But I'd certainly like to do more collabs in the future. Both with Shatter or even with other VTubers. I think it's because screensavers were there, so images wouldn't burn into the old-style screens if something kept moving. But nowadays screens don't do that, so we don't need them. You're right there. You're right. That sounds very familiar. One of my papas, was basically the IT for my entire family. And so he always used to warn us about things like that, about screen burn-in. I guess that's why they were called screensavers. They saved your screen, maybe. But some screensavers, he told me, were better than others. The ones that move, put stuff across the whole screen are the best. Whereas the ones that... some screensavers didn't move very much at all, had a lot more static elements to them, and he said those weren't as good. So I remember that theory. That's really cool. That's a good point. We don't really need them anymore. They're fun though. So I suppose since we don't need them, maybe people rather their monitors go into sleep mode, because it actually is probably better for the monitor to just turn off the screen, and even for your computer's processor to just turn off the screen rather than constantly running some sort of animation, huh? Maybe that's why we stopped having screensavers. The balance is hard to get right. In some ways, I'm still trying to understand how I feel about collab streams and how much audience interaction is good to have, because in some ways I feel like the highlight of a collab stream is being able to interact in person in a way with the person or people that you're collabing with, right? That's like the real thing, the real special part about a collab stream. And in some ways I almost feel like that should take top priority, right? The person who's right in front of you, who you're interacting with. Though it is a little sad to not be able to interact with everyone else as much. It's sort of really nice in a way too, to have someone directly to interact with. Back when I was in school, they had the old brick maze screensaver in all their computers. Aha! Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh my gosh, I had never thought about why they were called screensavers. I also kind of thought that maybe they were called screensavers because they're like there when you're not using the screen. They're like, ah, we're holding this for you. But I wonder if it really was because they save your screen. For some reason, I recall a friend of mine back in the day had that bouncing DVD logo as a screensaver. I know what you're talking about, the text that just kind of bounces around. I remember you could actually sometimes change the text and it would just bounce around the screen slowly. I was still entranced by it, wondering if it would hit a corner in the wall. Yes! Oh my goodness! You too, Shatter. You're always waiting. You're like, is it gonna? Oh, just slightly missed. Oh, next time. Oh, it's getting close. Oh. Come to think of it, it reminds me a little bit of how, as a baby monkey, whenever I was inside a vehicle with glass windows, and it was raining outside, I used to race raindrops, if that makes any sense. I would watch the raindrops on the windshield, and as the vehicle moved forward, you would see, I guess not windshield, on the window, on the side windows, mostly. And you could see the water kind of move across from the front to the back due to the air pressure, I guess. And each little droplet on the windshield would move at its own pace. Some would slow and then fast, and then, and sometimes it would pause, and sometimes they would join up with other little rain droplets. And I would watch them slowly making their way across the window, and I would say, oh, I'm betting on this one. This one is my raindrop, and we'll see it race across the window, the other side. See who wins. I didn't care much whether I won or not. Really, it was just more about watching the raindrop race across and cheering it on. Oh, Shatter, I realized I didn't say hi. I love it. Hi, good to see you. If you weren't solely sorry, if we weren't solely invested in that DVD logo hitting the corner, you are lying. Oh, I guess it's just a universal feeling, huh? Something within all of us. We wanted to watch it bounce into the corner. I wonder why. It's these innate feelings. What about resisting the urge to mess up a cassette tape? Ryder! Ryder! Were you a mischievous child? Why would you want to mess up a cassette tape? Maybe it's just me, but when I see them, I'm always terrified of messing them up. I was always very careful whenever I touched a cassette tape. I think we all did that. I see. Universal. A part of the psyche ingrained into all of us. That's pretty cool. I used to race raindrops too. Nice. The tactical decision for raindrops to merge was always a game changer. Yeah. I agree, Barry. It's cool to hear other people also felt the same way. It's really interesting how much of ourselves is perhaps more instinctual than we realize, and therefore more universal, right? It feels really nice to relate to other people in that way. Man, the pain of having to rewind cassettes, man. I do not miss that. Is that so? Is that so? Cassette tapes. One thing I remember about cassette tapes is being able to rewind them with your finger. Is that right? Am I remembering correctly? I think I found that very physically satisfying as a baby monkey. Raindrop racing was a highlight of rainy days. Nice, nice. Wow, so many other raindrop racers. That's awesome, that's awesome. Quote, this is so boring, I'd rather watch paint dry, end quote. Now watching paint drop races. Huh. Is that an entranced face? I've never watched paint drop races, but now that you mention it, that could be fun too. Rewinding a VHS tape was sad. I just wanted to watch Pokemon. Oh, I see. Just wanna watch Pokemon. Oh. I don't remember ever feeling especially sad about having to rewind the tape, but it certainly wasn't as convenient as nowadays. Same. Same. Not at all. I was not a troublemaker at all. Very emphatic there, Ryder. Heck, I once broke something and found the courage to tell my parents about what I did. Oh, you were a good kid, huh, Ryder? But those tapes, I need to pull on them. Did they look very satisfying? Oh dear, oh dear. The main difference between paint drop races and raindrop races is that with paint, your proof of victory or loss will remain there forever. Making you proud or haunting you respectively. Oh, I see. Now that you mention it, come to think of it, I wonder if part of the excitement and the beauty of the raindrop races when I was a kid was the ephemerality of it? That's a hard word to say. Ephemerality. Is that how you pronounce that word? The ephemeral, the impermanent nature of the raindrops in a way. Even watching the screensavers might have felt a little bit that way. Ephemeral. Like the bouncing around DVD logo. It might never bounce the same way again. Hi. Oh, hello, No Name. Welcome back. Good to see you. What now? Ephemerality. Ephemeral. I think it's spelled EPHEMERAL. 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 It's sort of that sense of impermanence, but in sort of a beautiful, romantic, maybe a bit like a saudade sort of way, is the feeling I get from it. A little melancholic, but not sad, not entirely sad. Also beautiful. Kind of like the the Japanese concept of mono no aware, which is exemplified by sakura blossoms. Ephemeral, yeah. Ah, nice. Monkey spelling bee. Monkey has never done a spelling bee. I don't know if I could at this point. F emerald. Got it. F emerald. Femerald. Oh, F emerald. Actually, if you say it that way, it is ephemeral. You're right, Ryder. A spelling bee? They sound pretty smart. They must be. Spelling is hard. I remember as a baby monkey, I used to pride myself on knowing exactly how to spell everything. Like tomorrow. How many M's in tomorrow? How many R's in tomorrow? I used to know these things by heart without having to think about it, but maybe with the advent of autocorrect, that skill has been mostly lost. I can only hold on to minor trivia like, is it spelled with or without an apostrophe? In fact, there are two ways to spell it's, and they mean different things whether you put the apostrophe in or not. For some reason, I still remember little tidbits like that. But if I had to spell tomorrow consciously, I might be able to do it, but that might just be chance. Irido... Cyclitis? Iridocyclitis? I have no idea if this is right. I'm just thinking about the vine. Oh? What is that? What is that? Wait, let me... It's a vine? Didn't turn up any results on Google. So I'm not sure. Ephemeral. Something related to the femoral artery. Nice. I did not know there was a femoral artery. Is that relating to the femur? Is that the big artery next to your femur? Your femur... Is that the one in your thigh? I know there's a massive artery that goes down the inside of your thigh. Okay, let's do a spelling bee. Let's do a spelling bee now. Spell prospector. Ah. I don't know, Ryder. That's there might be a cheat sheet right there for me. Prospector. Or is it prospector? People who are for ghosts. I'm for ghosts. Ghosts can be very friendly. I am against ghost discrimination. I am prospector. Ah! Shimno pity hype! Hype. I get you. Sometimes I write until with 2 L's instead of until with 1 L. Ah, and I suffer. Right? Sometimes I confuse myself too, cause when you're writing till, like the slang version of until, wait till later, sometimes I almost put in 2 L's as well. I'm like, wait a second, that's a different word. That's definitely a different word. Necessary is always a shot in the dark for me. Oh yeah, necessary. How many C's? How many S's? Oh man, there's another one like that for me. What is it? There was one with a lot of I can't think of it right now, but something like that. Accelerate or accelerate. I've never seen that before, Cheeto. XLR8. Nice, nice. Extreme cool letters is how I've seen that. That's the that's the dialect, right? Extreme cool letters. Cheeto. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Did I get it right, Ryder? That might be a few too many letters for Prospector Shatter. Necessary? What is necessary? Oh, necessary. Oh, necessary. Oh, I see, I get it. Oh boy. What is that? What do you mean, Ryder? What is that? Oh, anti-disestablishmentarianism? Ah. Well, luckily, you can kind of break it down based on its component roots. So, anti-disestablishmentarianism means you are against, right? Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Disestablishmentarianism? Well, ism? Well, do you take off the ism first or the dis first? Maybe the dis? Disestablishmentarianism means against establishmentarianism, I guess, right? So you're anti-establishmentarianism. Establishmentarianism. I think then you would take off the ism. Ism is like a way of thinking, right? So establishmentarian is the person who... So establishmentarianism is the way of thinking of the establishmentarian. Monkey's breaking this down, but I'm not sure actually what it means. Establishmentarian is a person who believes in establishment, I guess. If I were to guess, this is the point where it breaks down for me. So I guess anti-disestablishmentarianism is someone who's against the dismantling, it's a way of thinking, for people who are against the disestablishmenting, the undoing of establishments. This is my educated guess. This is my shot in the dark here. What about professor? Is it professor? Professor. 2 F's, 2 S's, 1 F, 1 S, 1 F, 2 S's. So many options. It's true. Oh my goodness. That's always a good one. Hippo monstro sesquipedaliophobia. Oh yes. I have heard of this word. I believe the word was made up intentionally to be ironic. But English is such a language where once you make up a word, it can be a word. If you've decided that it's a word, it is now a word. That's kind of what I find really fun about the English language in particular. It's very fluid and malleable and artistic compared to some languages that are a lot more strict. Is that the phobia of long words? I believe so, Cuckoo. I believe so. This year's spelling bee contest is closed. I quit. Oh no, Ryder! Oh no! Oh. You quit? I guess that's okay. Yeah. Energy or energy. How is she reading that? I have heard of these words before actually. People who are word geeks like me, I guess, sometimes get pulled into learning about these silly words. Anti-disism. Oh, I like that one, Cuckoo. Did you come up with that? Anti-disism. I'm against disism. Anti-disestablishmentarianism is the stance of being against the separation of church and state. Ah, disestablishmentarianism refers to the separation of these two establishments. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you, Shatter. Today I learned. I had always heard the word, but no one ever told me what it meant. Anti-cancer haters. Oh dear, oh dear. That's okay, that's okay. Wait, oh dear. I guess I'm not a big fan of what people call haters. People who enjoy hating on things, I guess. I'm not necessarily anti them, but I would like to stay somewhat separate from them. Thank you, designated smart person Shatter. Ah, designated smart person Shatter Suga. True. Bloobly is now a word. But what? Yeah. What does it mean, Ryder? Asbury asks. We can make it a word. It's true. If you give it a meaning, it is now a word. A sweet and fun person like now. What? Oh dear. I don't know about like me or not, but oh, thank you. That does sound like a good word, Ryder. I like the sweet and fun person definition of Looply. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I like how it rolls off the tongue. Also, Shatter, I'm sorry if that came across as sarcasm. It wasn't meant to be. Oh! I don't know about Shatter, but I didn't read it as sarcasm. We stand Shatter here. He is our resident smart person. Especially when it comes to matters of wordplay and comedy. Though come to think of it, we have quite a few resident smart people here in chat, don't we? Especially with all of your own particular, how you say, specialties? The tea club should indeed have an inside word. Inside word. I don't mind if we share it with the world, though. It's nice to share your joy with everyone, right? Don't worry, Barry. I didn't take it as sarcasm. You're fine. Yeah. Hashtag now is bloop 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 bloop. Hashtag now is bloop bloop. No. Oh dear. Blooply. I don't know about that, but I like the word. I like the word, Ryder. Oh. Thank you, thank you. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, I have to apologize, but I am at the end of my rope. I know there's not much time left in the stream, but I will be right back because I need to use the little monkey's room. Very... very, extremely. I've been trying to hold out, but I think this is it for Monkey. But I will be back. I will be back in a few minutes. For the last like 15 minutes of stream. I apologize. I'll be right back. Hello. Sorry about that. I am back. I am back. How are you all doing? Yeah. I thought I could make it. I thought I could make it. There was only there's only about, less than 15 minutes left in stream now, right? I was like, I can make it, but I could not make it. I tried my best. But how are you all doing? You been good while I'm gone? She left just when I joined. I see I'm not welcome, JK. Oh no! Oh no, Nikki! Oh no, I wasn't running away from you, I promise. How is the stream going? Quite well, Ehiki, quite well. Monkey started out very sleepy, but I have been energized by the fun conversations we've been having. We've been just talking about how spelling is difficult and also words are interesting. There's a lot of interesting words out there. And and how you can just make up words in English, because apparently that's a thing. I do really appreciate that. Yeah, there's a lot of weird words out there. One of my favorite words as a baby monkey. Is it weird to have favorite words? One of my favorite words was defenestration. Defenestration. Please use it in a sentence. I don't actually. Defenestration. I wonder if back in the day there was a big problem with defenestration. But what were they defenestrating? Defenestration. So, defenestration, to my knowledge, is a word that means to throw something out the window. Why is there a word for that? Was defenestration such a popular activity back in the day that it deserved its own word? There are so many other things in the world that don't have words yet that could use words. And yet here we are. Defenestration. I would make up lots of words at my first writings, and as stupid some are, I won't remove them. You know, Ehiki, I think making up fun new words is a part of the writing process. Even the most acclaimed English writer of all time, Shakespeare, right? He made up words all the time. He was known for making up words. It's a part of the English language, at least, if you're writing in English. I think everyone has a favorite word. My favorite is egg. That's a great favorite word, Chatter. I'm curious, why is it your favorite word? That's a pretty good one, I gotta say. Didn't defenestration happen a lot in the Netherlands? Is that so, Remus? Oh, I don't know much about it. I don't know much about the Netherlands in general, actually. The Netherlands, is that where they speak Dutch, though? That's... So, the extent of my understanding... the extent of my understanding is that in the Netherlands, they speak Dutch. And I believe someone I knew back in the day was originally from the Netherlands. That's basically as much as I know, though. And defenestration epidemic in the Netherlands, perhaps. If they do speak Dutch, it might make sense because I hear that English is very closely related to Dutch, actually. Amongst Germanic languages, apparently it sounds very similar. Now making up words again. She crazy tricky. No. It's a real word. Never mind. It didn't. I see. Well, it is now a legend. I would say defenestration, being a word, gives us a window into the mindset of the times. It's a pretty good window, I suppose. A window to look through, to reach through. Egg is just a fun word to say. I guess so. Egg. It also seems to have a never-ending supply of egg puns. You think so? Never-ending, Shatter? I think you're exaggerating. I see, I understand. Not a bad choice. Also, eggs are delicious. Eggs have got to be one of Monki's favorite foods. I would say that almost every food is improved by adding egg. Okay, improved is a strong word, but I would probably enjoy almost any food with egg. Good stuff. Egg. There was a song about eggs back in the day. About loving eggs. We love eggs. I don't remember it all. I never learned that song. Best little unique being loved internationally by everyone. Thank you. Eh? What? Wait. Blue bling. Oh, blue bling. Oh. You're telling me, Ryder? You're telling me it's an acronym? Impressive. The most famous act of defenestration was in Bohemia. Oh, I see. It started the 30 Years' War. Wait, really? Really? Wait, an entire war was started by defenestration? That's crazy. And the 30 Years' War, no less. I don't know too much about it, but I had heard recently. I am surrounded by a couple of history geeks, and they were talking about recently the 30 Years' War and how it was such a big deal. 30 years is pretty long. Wait, is that clear enough what I'm doing there? I knew you were doing something, Ryder, so I just had to look for it, and then I found it. I got it, Ryder. They asked Ryder to describe Null with one word. Vicky. Oh dear. No. Oh dear. I don't know about that, Null. Egg puns always seem to go over easy for me. They're pretty hard to scramble, IMO. Oh my goodness, Shatter, you're going to make me hungry. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh dear. Mine is potatoes. You can do anything with them. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. You're in good company, Cuckoo. I am a big fan of potatoes. And in fact, here in the tea club, potatoes are a sign of friendship. Sometimes you might notice a lot of people throwing potatoes into the chat, for example. That's because if someone gives you a potato, that is a sign of friendship. But really, I do love potatoes. I love boiled potatoes, mashed potatoes, stewed potatoes, all the potatoes you mentioned. I like fried potatoes. I would have to say one of my favorite kinds of potato is the Yukon Gold potato. It's so... so good. Just Yukon Gold potato and some butter. That's all I need. It's so creamy and delicious. But in general, I'll take any baked potato. Baked potatoes are great too. I tend to eat them with the skin on. I don't know about the rest of you, but I find the skin very tasty. And apparently it's good for you too, so that's a plus. is the bloobliest? Bloobliest? No, no. Oh, thank you, Ryder, but no. Oh, I appreciate it though. Oh. Sounds like loveliest when said. Bloobliest. I've said this before, but I like the word usurped. Ah, usurped, huh? It does have a sort of satisfying feel to it, huh? What is your favorite thing about the word usurped, Barry? Me being up to something is already expected, it seems. It does seem to happen pretty often, Ryder. You're always up to something. Usually good things. That's nothing. Yugoslavia fell apart because a Serbian farmer had a glass bottle forcefully inserted into his bottom. What? History is strange. What? That's so confusing, Remus. What? I don't understand. I cannot imagine what happened there. Oh my goodness. Potato. Oh, thank you, Saturn. Potatoes. But also, I'm sure we got the reference, Cuckoo. You know, I heard the reference. So I never actually read all of Lord of the Rings myself, though I did read The Hobbit. I believe that's from Lord of the Rings, right? But someone else told me about that quotation back in the day. I didn't know anything about it, but they were telling me about how potatoes are great. And they taught me that one. So I learned it kind of secondhand, but it's a good one. Barry is planning some kind of usurpation over here. Oh, dangerous. Barry for king? There are people who ate baked potatoes without the skin? That's what I heard, Barry. I'm not sure, but I heard some people. I don't know. Maybe not then, maybe. But I thought I had heard some people do. It's much better with the skin though, for sure. In the Canary Islands, we make wrinkled potatoes. Oh, little black potatoes boiled in very salty water. They are delicious. That sounds incredible. Wrinkled potatoes. Oh, I'm gonna look this up. I want to see what that looks like. Canary Islands wrinkled potatoes. Oh, they are wrinkly. Oh, that sounds really tasty. I think I've seen potatoes that are kind of wrinkled like this before. Not necessarily intentionally, but I think I've seen. And that sounds really good. Oh, now I want to try. Little black potatoes though, huh? Because the images that I found all tend to be sort of yellow-brown potatoes. I've seen like potatoes that have purple skins. Is it similar to that? But dark maybe. Oh man, I'm getting hungry. It's about that time. Oh, you're right. Oh my goodness, Ryder. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize. I knew we were getting close, but we're a couple minutes over. Alright, let me catch up real quick so that I can say goodbye to all of you properly. Thank you for the warning, Ryder. Oh, The Hobbit is great. It's my favorite. I've read it around 6 to 7 times. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Barry agreeing with Barry. Oh, I missed the sentence. Oh, that's the one I missed. My favorite thing about the word usurped is the power behind saying, I will not be usurped. Haha, nice. It flared up ethnic tensions and made the Serbians mad, which led to everyone else getting mad. Oh, I see. That makes sense. That's kind of a way that people work, I guess. No, I'm just pointing out your message so Nal doesn't get carried away. Oh, thank you, Barry. I think you pointing it out is why my eyes went directly to it, and I almost missed your message. I'm glad I didn't miss it completely. I appreciate you pointing it out. I guess we should start saying our goodbyes then. Thank you for the stream now. Thank you, Shatter. Thank you for coming. It was wonderful as always. Oh, thank you. Hashtag love Tianxin. Oh no. Oh, thank you. Oh dear. Thank you. Hashtag love Tianxin. Oh no, there's more. Oh, thank you, Barry. Thank you. Yes, unfortunately, yeah. Sorry I was late today. Oh, no problem, Ryder. No problem. But it's been fun. See you next time. Yeah. Take care meanwhile, Tianxin. We're all rooting for you. Hashtag love Tianxin. Thank you, Ryder. You too. You too. And also, oh dear, hashtag. Oh dear. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I'm literally getting choked up here. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, and as a reminder, on Friday we'll be having another bonus stream this week on Friday because of the 1 year anniversary. So we'll have a celebration stream on Friday. In addition to the regular Thursday stream. I hope that y'all can make that too. Thanks for the stream now. Thank you, Cheeto. Thank you for coming. Amazing meme, Barry. Oh dear. Thank you for the stream. See you soon. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you, Cuckoo. Yes, have a good one, everyone. Thank you for coming. You too, Cuckoo. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Remus. It's always so great to have you. Hearts. Oh, so many hearts. Bonus stream hype. Yeah. I plan to. The current plan is Gartic.io, so everyone can play together, and then maybe a few short island visits if enough people are interested. I'll set aside some time. Not too much time, so it have to be short, but 1 year hype. Thank you. How long will the Friday stream be? 3 hours too? I think so. That's what I've been able to finagle so far, so I believe that's what it will be. Alright. I guess it's that time. Thank you so much, everyone. And with this, this meeting of the TNCT Club is officially adjourned. Thank you all so much for coming. It was a great time. It really helped me pick up my energy. Alright, can't wait to see y'all on Thursday and maybe Friday too. Bye bye, Ryder. And bye bye, everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye.